Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Last episode we did qualifying for our new team. We tried to join Mercedes. They didn't allow us in. And don't worry, I'll be making that quite known throughout the season. So 23 races here, starting at Bahrain at the Secure Grand Prix. We joined Aston Martin, and our first qualifying was pretty good, especially considering Sebastian Vettel's our teammate's P13 qualification. So we're going to be rolling off P6, Valtteri Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton, the Mercedes, the front two rows. I say, let's go take it to them. Because I want to prove that I should have been signed to Mercedes. So, yeah, starting P6 on the grid. Guess let's get into it. Here we go. So something to be aware about is, obviously, this being a sprint race. I'll explain that before we start. But yes, this is only going to be 5 laps. Sprint race. This should be a good one. Yuki. Hey, it's me. Mick. Antonio Giovinazzi. Hey, it's Ferrari and Charles Leclerc. What a surprise. Okay, here we go, starting grid. As I said, the two Mercedes front row. Perez starting P3, Verstappen starting P4, Lando Norris, and then myself, Carlos Sainz, Ricciardo, Leclerc, and Gasly rounds out the top 10. As I said, my teammate Sebastian Vettel starting P13. Let's see if he can't try and get up into the points. That's sad from Haas being the only American team on the grid. Going to go with increased downforce. So yes, the first race is going to be a sprint race. I don't think I actually said this in the last episode, but 7 of the 23 races are going to be sprint races. 5 laps, the rest regular distance races. So, I guess it's time to get lights out and underway for our first ever F1 Grand Prix in Aston Martin. As we look around us, my team surrounding us, me right now, we're going to start the race. Starting next to Lando Norris, behind Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. It's lights out and away we go with an amazing launch, but we accidentally lose grip on the gas. We're going to still stick it down underneath Verstappen. Lando Norris gets by for Max. We get by Max and Lando up into P4. big catapult, but at the same time very stupid, as we go into battle with Sergio Perez, but we go wide. That causes Lando Norris to get a chance on us. I say that was a pretty good start, despite the mistake I made. So we try and get underneath Sergio. We're going to get around the Mexican. And up into the podium places. Now going after Mercedes. We get around Lewis Hamilton. Can we try and get past? Can we try and catch and pass Valtteri Bottas? I want to keep my eye on the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton behind me. With momentum going into the corner, we're going to take it. But, oh no! Very bad for my first ever Grand Prix. First corner on the second lap, we lose the car, and the rear end just shot out from behind me, and we spun it despite my best efforts to save it. We're going to have to make a dive under Sebastian Vettel to try and get around my teammate back into the points paying positions. Well, it's around the teammate to get into the points. Vettel, sure, he's not going to be exactly pleased with that move, but we come up on Vettel's old teammate Charles Leclerc, and we make quite an amazing pass around the outside, and not so amazing forceful pass on Pierre Gasly in the next corner. Ricardo! I don't think he saw me there, so I'll give him that one, but I'm still not that pleased with that. Now DRS being enabled this lap. We're not exactly in the position on Carlos Sainz. Pierre Gasly gets around. Around Ricardo. Leclerc now trying to get around Gasly. I think me forcing Ricardo off circuit a bit kinda led to both the Ferrari and AlphaTauri getting around the McLaren. Do we have we are in position for DRS. DRS enabled. Carlos Sainz with no DRS, but the Ferrari engine just much better than the Aston Martin, but just like his teammate of Charles Leclerc, we're going to make a swooping pass, very clean, and we get around the Ferrari. Same way, same corner as Charles Leclerc. Now once again on Max Verstappen. The rear wing. Oh, that's a nice surprise. Fastest lap of the race. Going to make another diving attempt. This time on Max Verstappen. We got the DRS. We have DRS on Lando Norris, but more importantly, we have DRS to try and get away from Max Verstappen. Through turn 4. We wheel bang with Lando Norris, trying to get into P4 for the second time in this race. Going to once again have DRS down this back straight, this time on Sergio Perez. The Mexican won his first ever Grand Prix here at Secure. Not with Red Bull, but with Racing Point, which in 2021 became Aston Martin. So, technically, I'm in the same car that Sergio Perez was in when he won his first race here at Secure. We did get around Perez, but he's going to have DRS. We are not. With DRS, Perez is going to shoot by, but we're going to squeeze him out. We have the better racing line, so man. But once again, here comes Perez with the DRS. He is not going to get there. Final lap here at Bahrain. Can we try and leak this out from Mercedes? Hamilton with a very poor corner. We're going to get around the Britain. Myself also being Britain. However, Hamilton with DRS, we're going to defend. Except he's going to come back with the slipstream. I think we may have secured a P2 finish in our first ever race in F1. And we split the Mercedes up. They will not be having a 1-2. Can we try to get around Valtteri Bottas? Round the outside. This is going to be tight. Valtteri wins it at the line. Well done, Valtteri. I don't know if you could tell, but I was trying to force him. Still get driver of the day. I say, nonetheless, an amazing race. Toto Wolff, watch your back, mate. That's all I have to say to you. Valtteri Bottas, your race winner. Mercedes, obviously very powerful. Hopefully we can get everything out of our engine, out of our performance. So it's the Finn on top, ahead of myself and Lewis Hamilton. And it's the sparkly stuff on the podium. Our first race and our first podium in our F1 career mode. So I'll take it. Yeah, I will definitely take that. So really no point in looking at the point standings as they as the first race, as this was on the first race, but as we look at the constructors, Mercedes ahead of Red Bull, and then Aston Martin. Hopefully Vettel can start gaining some points so we can possibly maybe take it to Red Bull and Mercedes, but I think the best we could possibly get is a P3 against those two teams. Congrats to Valtteri Bottas. I wanted that win so bad. But P2 still very good finish, especially for our first race in F1. And hey, I'll take it. I'll take the podium. But we go into Imola next. That race will not be a sprint race. It'll be distance race. This is mostly to try and get so I can make the episodes out before I go on vacation. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is every few races are going to be sprint races, as I briefly said before we started Bahrain. Those races will be 5 laps each. No strategy, nothing. Just flat out sprint to the finish. So if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like rating on it. Subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what team you think, what your favorite team is. If you don't know F1, then you don't have to. Just go ahead and comment, I don't know any F1 teams. Who knows, maybe someone does and they'll help you. So, other than that, we'll see you in the next one.